Wladimir Klitschko sitting at home with Scottie Pippen syndrome. Doma Sports Talk worldwide with a little news from boxing. So y'all know what time it is? You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now what I mean by that, right? Basically, Wladimir Klitschko is getting disrespected, right? And Scottie Pippen syndrome is what you get anybody at home, feeling like they've been disrespected in what they do. People are not appreciating what they did or what they've done or what they are doing. And Scottie Pippen is the epitome of that. I don't know the man, but I'm pretty sure he's at home sometime when he hears all the superlatives that Michael Jordan gets in the Chicago Bulls, and everybody's like, hey, you had to get past Jordan. You had to get past Jordan. I know Scottie Pippen at home went, did people really just forgot who I am and what I did on the court? Like defend every position on the court, right? Um, Led Jordan pretty much every stat except points, right? Took the hardest guy on the other team. I had to defend him on a nightly basis, right? So I know a guy like that. Jordan is incredible, but none of that happens without Scottie Pippen. So I know he's at home with shoulder problems because he got that big old chip on there. And Vladimir Klitschko is probably going through the same thing right about now. So you got to always be careful of someone's mindset going into a big fight. They got the fight coming up on April 29th with Anthony Joshua. Now, they had a press conference in New York, and it was full, right? And the superlatives are coming Joshua's way. Anthony Joshua, these are U.S. writers talking about he could be the second coming of Muhammad Ali. He has all the ingredients. He looks the part. His promoter is saying he's a global star. He's getting global sponsorship already, comparing him to Steph Curry and Usain Bolt because it's not just boxing with Anthony Joshua. This is a guy who's 18-0 with 18 knockouts, and like I say, he does look the part. But I know that, Vladimir is sitting there like, you guys do realize that I'm 64-4, right? You do realize that I'm the second longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time, right? You do realize that everybody in those 10 years, I fought everybody. There's no one that we could say, hey, he didn't get him, right? So I'm pretty sure Vladimir is like, I know these people are just not going to just ignore me like I didn't, just because I didn't let my hands go against Tyson Fury, right? And I know he was already ready to do so against Tyson Fury. So I'm just thinking, do not underestimate Vladimir Klitschko in this fight against Anthony Joshua because he's 40 years old and he's had a 15-month layoff. Still don't underestimate him because I think, just putting on my empathy cap for this one, I think he is probably the most motivated he has been in a very, very long time. I think he's going to bring that Kubrat Pulev of Vladimir Klitschko to this fight. And, the odds are against him. He's the underdog officially in the fight. This hasn't happened to him for a long time either. So I'm thinking, be careful with this guy. Be careful with this guy. This is similar to Danny Garcia versus Lucas Matisse. It's going to be probably his George Foreman moment where people are afraid for him a little bit, think he's going to lose. Why you going to fight this guy? Because, like I said, Anthony Joshua, I'm going to say it again, he looks the part. But they've sparred, and Vladimir not scared of the man. He doesn't think he's ready yet. So when this fight comes around, do not be surprised if someone else wins. Do not be surprised if it's Vladimir Klitschko. I won't be. And I'm going to be straight up here. Looking at the boxing scene and what people are thinking, how he's being disrespected, I am going for Vladimir Klitschko. I've said it before. I'm going to say it one more time in this fight. And I never do because he's never the underdog. But with this fight, I'm going for Vladimir Klitschko. I would hope for him to win because I just think it'll shake up the boxing a little bit. It'll shake up the scene because everybody's just expecting, oh, well, Joshua's going to beat him, and then him and Deontay Wilder could unify. Speaking of Deontay Wilder, he should be upset too. Because it's like, wait a minute, so I'm over here knocking up all these dudes, and this dude knocked out 18 of them, and he's the second coming to Ali, and everybody's ignoring me, right? So it's going to be a lot of intrigue going forward in the heavyweight scene. Like I said, the heavyweight scene is popping anyway, but I just think that Anthony Joshua Vladimir Klitschko fight is going to be very spicy because Vladimir is coming to prove something. And if he doesn't win, I think he's going to retire. But I don't think he's going to lose this fight. Remember, I said it. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm up out of here.